In this video, I'll be talking about rumors of the new Nintendo NX, when it's supposed to come out, its design, the games it plays, and everything like that. Now, one of the first rumors we heard about the NX is that it's going to be two separate pieces. What I mean by that is it's supposed to have a console and a handheld counterpart to the system. Now, do I believe that's going to be true? Yes, I actually do think that might be true, actually, and I wouldn't be surprised if they actually made it two separate pieces. Because if you look at it now, they do make the 3DS and they do make the Wii U. The Wii U is a console and the 3DS is a handheld, and they could just combine those to run the same operating system and even maybe play the same games, but one would obviously have scaled down graphics, which would be the handheld. And not only do they make two different units right now, 3DS and the Wii U, they also have the Wii U, which also is kind of two parts if you look at it, because it is a console, but it does have a gamepad. And what does the gamepad allow you to do? It allows you to play the games off screen, and you can kind of take that around your room or around your house. So that kind of proves that they were maybe working on it at first. They didn't have the technology, or it was too expensive, or they just wanted to test out the technology to play a full console game like on the go, but they couldn't have the resources or whatnot. So it is very possible that Nintendo could be working on two separate platforms that somehow link together with the same operating system. Now, another rumor which was shot down very early in the NX rumor launch, or NX rumors, was that the NX was going to be an Android based console. But as we know, Nintendo already shot that down. Could that have been the case, or could it run a mobile operating system? Yes, it may very well, or could run a mobile operating system, because if you look at it, Nintendo is releasing mobile platform games on iOS and Android. They're releasing Pokemon Go and some other mobile applications to try to get those people interested in Nintendo games and that kind of market. So it is possible that the system or systems they're going to release could be using Android, iOS, Windows Mobile. But is it likely, or is it going to happen? No, it's probably not going to happen, because they already shot down the rumors of Android being a thing on the new NX, and it's probably not going to happen. But it could, and it wouldn't really surprise me if they did, since they are in the mobile market with games nowadays. Now, another rumor is, which is a very big rumor, is that the NX is supposed to be one of the only home consoles that actually use no physical media. What I mean by that is it's going to have no hard drive, no disk drive. It's going to have like basically no physical media like CDs or cartridges. It's going to basically be all digital downloads only through your USB or hard drive support. And is that really going to be a thing on the NX? I do believe that most gamers would be pretty mad if they did do an all digital platform for their next console slash handheld, whatever it's going to be. Is it possible? Yes, it's very possible, because as you know, Nintendo does do things that you would normally never see. We never knew that there's going to be a handheld with two screens or a Wii U gamepad, just things like that. So they're, out of all the three big gaming companies, they do try weird different things than most other companies. But for me, would I really care if the NX really didn't have any physical media? No, I don't really care if it has physical media or not. That would honestly make the console or portable, whatever it is, it would make it a little bit smaller than the rest of the units. It would make it run a little bit cooler, quieter. Overall, I would say it would be a good idea. Plus, the games would actually be a little bit cheaper, because they wouldn't have to make two games, one physical and one digital, like they do now. So it would make the games possibly a little bit cheaper than they are. Now, one of the biggest rumors recently that we heard about the NX is that the NX was going to have leading like graphics, or like leading a tech specs for a handheld or console or whatever. But recently there's new rumors out that say that the NX is only going to play games at 900p. Yes, you heard me right, 900p. Now, is 900p a bad thing if you look at it? No, 900p is actually not a bad thing. Believe it or not, on Xbox One and PS4, some games actually play at 900p, or even some games like Starfront or Star Wars Battlefront actually play at 720p at some cases. So it is very possible that games are going to run at 900p. Now, don't get your panties wrapped up in a bunch or whatever, because 900p is not bad at all. If you compare a 1080p game to a 900p game, you're not going to notice the difference, to be honest, unless you're really nitpicking, or unless you're a graphics designer. You're not going to notice the difference. I guarantee you, you put a 1 PS4 and NX game close together, then you won't know the difference. Is 900p probably going to be on the NX? Yeah, it's a possibility, and I wouldn't be surprised if they really went with 900p for all the games on the NX. It is very possible. 1080p would be nice, but of course, it's probably not going to happen, I'm pretty sure, because Nintendo's never about specs in the first place, and as you know, the Wii U is their first system to actually support high definition. Up until Wii U, there is no other Nintendo console that really had that really played HD, so it's not really surprising to me that they would go with 900p. But the funny thing I find out about the NX, if it becomes true, is that why would it support 900p or even 1080p if it can stream like Netflix and YouTube in 4K? Because supposedly the new NX is supposed to be able to stream like videos off the internet in 4K. But to be fair, it's kind of possible, because as you know, it will take a lot of power or a lot of tech specs to actually make a console that would run all the games in 4K. There were even rumors about the 1 and 4 coming out with a 4K version, but they never actually released it. So Nintendo probably won't make any other games this generation or next generation in 4K. But it's still nice that we'll be able to stream stuff in 4K like YouTube, Netflix, things like that. That will be a pretty nice deal. Now, in terms of backwards compatibility, I do believe backwards compatibility might still be there, because there was a rumor a couple of months ago that they showed off the design of the NX, and at least for the handheld counterpart, I think it did have some sort of screen, or maybe that was the console counterpart, but it did have some sort of screen, and it kind of looked like the Wii U gamepad. So I'm not surprised if they bring back backwards compatibility for all the Wii U games. But the thing that kind of bothers me about this whole thing is that why would they make the NX backwards compatible? First of all, because they clearly said they're still going to support the Wii U for the next 1 year or 1.5 years. So that may mean that they're not going to be making the NX backwards compatible. But then again, another reason I do believe it may actually not be backwards compatible, which kind of worries me, is that the latest rumor proves that, or suggests that, the next game coming out on the NX, or the release title coming out on the NX, is going to be Super Smash Brothers. Now, what type of Super Smash Brothers is going to be on the NX, nobody knows. But from what everyone's speculating, and what I'm agreeing on too, is that it's just going to be the Wii U version or the 3DS version, like a full version where you get all the DLC and all the maps from 3DS and Wii U in one game, and they're going to release it on launch day just so that you'll have something to play on launch day. And for those people who never really picked up the Wii U on day one, they will feel, or never picked up the Wii U, they will feel like they're getting a game that they never played. They'll have a chance to play all the, or some of those old Wii U games, and the first one would be Super Smash Brothers, because Super Smash Brothers took about 4 years to produce, and I know at this time they're not making a completely new Super Smash Brothers game, because they clearly do not have enough time for that. I know now, because as rumors also speculate, it's coming out this year, at least one of the parts, if it's even going to be a 2-part console. And I do believe to find that pretty true. I'm pretty sure they're going to release it this year. Probably they're going to talk about it at E3, or talk about it in a Nintendo Direct, and then release it to the public sometime this Christmas or sometime this fall. It's right around the corner. If they don't release it this year, I suggest early 2017. I mean early, like January, February, but probably 2016, around the holiday season, so they can get it out and pushed out as fast as they can. Those are just some of the rumors I'm speculating about the NX. And before I head out of this video, I would like to say that if it turns out to be a good console, I am going to be picking it up on day one, hopefully, so I can actually show you on my channel. I will be doing a full unboxing of it if it's a good actual console and there's actually a good game on release. Because if there's not a good game on release or anything good out, I'm not going to pick it up day one just to say have it. I need something to play, because as you know, the Wii U's biggest problem was there wasn't really nothing at release that made you go, wow, I really need the NX. It's a must buy. I mean, not the NX, the Wii U is a must buy at launch. So I don't really think I'm going to be picking up the NX at launch, depending on what it's going to be, whether it has good games, whether it's a two-part counterpart, a two-part console, and things like that. Those are just some things I'm talking about the Wii U. And anyway, peace out. I'll see you guys later in my next video. I'm out.